Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel that I have not updated the banner to or anything else besides just the my name, which I've done several times of this channel is dead, uh, provision shift, all those other stuff. So the Dharma Boys stuff is what it's gonna stay at. Um, I guess I'm a live streaming channel now. This is my video that I said that I don't think I would be doing for a while is I've been live streaming for a month, which it's been two now. And I just want to talk about what I've gone through the past couple cuz I've gone from not I'm going to get that name brand product out of here and have my Okay, this has no name brand, but this is an LTT water bottle. I don't know why every single time I record, I get water all over myself. But yeah, I think one of the major things that I had to overcome was hitting live. When I first started off, within like the first two, I was hitting live and I was going straight into it. I had things ready that I knew that I wanted. I wanted a pre-roll, a be right back, and a see you next time type of slide transitions, and I was able to get those. And one of the things that I feel like every streamer has issues with in the beginning is making sure you don't get copyright striked, or just any type of having the copyright systems auto detect and say, hey, you're using this music, especially when it's royalty free. You give the credentials, which I did have an issue with. I've mentioned it in my live streams, but I'm not expecting you to go back to part three of my first month. So this is the recap of it. So yeah, I would say 98% of my Let's Plays were Fallout related. Only one, okay, 99% of my Let's Plays, 1% was not. And what that was Cry of Fear, which, by the way, I want to give support a shout out to two of the main people that have been helping me get through this. My number one, my day, not my day one, but my number one person that has been helping me motivate myself and motivate me has been Mr. Never Died. So no matter what, in any playthrough, if I get an ability to rename a location or to name an NPC, Never Died, Mister Never Died, or any type of break off from that is gonna be a tribute. I want to say attribute, a tribute to you for actually being there. I can always count on you for either anywhere from 2 a.m. to like 6 a.m. to just randomly hop in and chill. I know recently I've been kind of dead. I've been feeling a little bit burnt out, and my retention has been low. But that's also because of my second point of what's been going on. One was anxiety. Oh, and sorry, the second person that I would like to name is Red Goth. Red Goth has been amazing at stopping by every once in a while and just checking up on me. So you as well. I will have different versions of you two in any playthroughs that I go through, where whether or not it's like I don't play Civ, but any type of top-down or like strategy, casual type game where I can rename things, I or other characters and such of the like. You two are definitely gonna be big influences in the future of my naming schemes. Um, the second issue that I was running into, well, I guess I'm on my third now, was getting the confidence to hit start because I fixed that by setting up my live streams to be 30 minutes ahead of time, so that way I can have a pretty much chain smoke. I've admitted this. I chain smoke before the stream just so that way, and unfortunately, pretty much putting. I'll admit this. I'll admit this. I've been putting on Benadryl pretty much on every single one of my streams on places that you can't see, and so if I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt, that is because I've been covered in hives. I don't know what's going on. It happened before this, but it's happening even more. I think it has to do with stress. So unfortunately, I've been having uncomfortabilities with my own body during my own live streams. So, but I've actually done pretty good so far, overcoming that and not having that be an issue. The third one, so first one was to just gain the confidence to go. Second was have was really finding things to talk about along the way, especially playing Fallout. I've played Fallout for far too often that by the time that I got to new and I've already messed up the points and what each one is. Uh, After replaying Vegas and then doing Tale of Two Wastelands right away, I had a semblance of a plan, and this is will encapsulate the entire Tale of Two Wastelands, which I'm pretty sure I'm gonna say right now is over. Tale of Two Wastelands is over. We have not touched the DLC for Point Lookout. We have not touched the DLC for Honest Hearts. We have not touched the DLC for um, Dead Money. I am going to do a level 1 run. Like many a true nerd, I am attributing to this right now. I am not copying him because I will come up with my own plans. I have not seen those playthroughs in at least a year or whenever they came out. So those are already flushed from my brain. I've already said on stream, many a true nerd was an influence of why I wanted to do Tale of Two Wastelands. I got up to a certain part and I said, I want to do this. And then that was around the time that I actually decided I wanted to live stream. So I said on stream, I have stopped watching Many a True Nerd because he has been too much of an influence on me that I wanted to make sure I was making my plans. And similar to uh, John from Many a True Nerds, let's explain all the things that John got wrong. Let's explain what anything that I do in my games. I tell you my plans in great detail. I give you a, a word doc, a Google doc of what I'm planning on hitting within the episode or within here before we reach there and such and such. And do you know what I do? None of that. And so it doesn't help that when I set up a plan, like for example, getting 160 NCR tags, dog tags, to be able to turn in once I've screwed them over, to be able to have good um, reputation with them. But then a mod that I added 3 parts back after it being 12 parts since I've said that was my plan. Yes, that is exactly what I have been doing for the past 2 months. Well, for the past playthrough. But for the past 2 months, I've been playing Fallout. I played Fallout New Vegas, pretty much not vanilla, but close to it as much as possible. And then I did Tale of Two Wastelands, which was three and and New Vegas combined with an extra mod on top. And then what ended up happening was I had Tale of Two Wastelands. Then I had Book Paranoia, which was I thought was gonna be super short, where I get a whole bunch of pre-war books in Vegas, and then I take them over. Take them over. I don't know where the camera is. And then I take them over to Fallout 3 to get experience, so that way I can level up. I also made custom rules for myself. So that ended up making me one overpowered, but that helped me in the end because I was leveling up so quickly, not realizing that this would happen and the way that I went about it. My biggest enemies were not the Cazadors. My biggest enemies were not the Deathclaws. My biggest enemies were not anything. Some of the times, most of the time, I was getting super mutant overlords in the wasteland, in Capital Wasteland. You know what the biggest pain in my ass was? Albino rad scorpions. I never thought that albino rad scorpions. I'm gonna get excited here. This is me excited with my monotone face. Yes, I understand that monotone is a sound, but my face is. A lot of times, I guess it's hard to read me when I'm excited or when I'm not, and when I let the mask off and other things like that. But aside from that, moving on. um, I never thought. I thought it would be the Cazadors. I thought it'd be the Night Stalkers. I thought it'd be anything but a fucking Rad Scorpion. No matter where I was in Fallout 3, if I fast traveled and it wasn't a settlement, I was either getting I was getting 1 to 3, sorry, 1 to 3 rad scorpions, albino rad scorpions. I was lucky if I got a regular rad scorpion because owning a chainsaw, an automatic unarmed weapon, which I had multiple stat boosts, crit boosts, damage boosts, all that from my perks because of my special way that I played the game. If I had not done that, I probably would have been fucked. I'm gonna be honest, and that's the same reason for why I will be ending Tale 2 Wastelands without finishing the DLC, is because I want to explore those DLCs again, take a little bit of a break first, come back to those before I do another full playthrough of Fallout in another way. So, today, today being the 6th of July, and it being now 2 days and 2 months of me streaming for and being back, I was going to play. I had a stupid idea of just doing an entire live stream, because a live stream, going to the FNAF wiki. I was gonna go to the FNAF wiki, see what they had there, maybe see all the different phone guy audio recordings, and try and come up with my own timeline, because I'm not satisfied with all the different timelines out there, especially with the new games coming out, the books, people defer not wanting to see the big books and such. And yeah, if you're into FNAF, you understand the dichotomy of the fan base, where there are people that's just games and people that are just books, and then people that have can take two things. But I'm gonna drop that from there. Two, Mass Effect. Mass Effect will be coming to this series, this channel at some point. We are not going to be doing them back to back. I have learned my lesson from doing Fallout that way. So we will be doing Mass Effect, and we will be because I already own that one on PC. I have the Legacy, so we will be doing that. No adjustments, no mods for that. I don't even think there would be mods for that. Well, I know that there is a mod for like a player-made character, because I did that for myself when I played it when on launch. But yes, we will be doing that. I'm gonna be honest. It's most likely gonna be an all good, all Paragon run. Go from there. Uh, third game. I think that's what's gonna be next. I was gonna start it at 8 a.m. today Central Time, but I want it to be a surprise because it's not anything big. I will say it's a point and click game, and I couldn't find the god freaking son of a some ordinary gamers video of what are the best emulators, because a VirtualBox has been dumb. And I'll tell you this, I needed Windows XP to be able to play this point and click game. Okay, the only thing easier I could have done today, aside from doing FNAF, was probably download a Flash game, the Flash game collection, and just do a bunch. Maybe I would have done PBS Kids and do Cyber Chase stuff. I don't know, but those were the things on my mind at 6 a.m. today. But today's video is, how has it affected me? Uh, you've heard my difficulties coming through. It was the audio. It was the figuring out how not to get copyright flagged by the copyright system, and get any type of strikes or warnings or anything like that against me. Two, coming out of my shell. Three, having a consistent schedule. I don't think I'm gonna have a consistent schedule soon. And then I did run into a bit of a week of just low motivation, a lot of work, a lot of personal life that I just need to step away. That's why you saw. I don't think anyone saw my post of when I'd be back, but I was pretty much back the next day and just explaining my absence. And then as well, yeah, I got it working. I got the game that my favorite point and click game from when I was a kid working. We're not gonna do that today. I need to make money because I don't make money from this. I don't want to make money from this. I don't want to be YouTube famous, and I don't think I'll ever will be. So I don't have any worries there. But I do want to say thank you, Red Goth. Thank you, Mr. Never Died. Thank you for anyone that watches my stuff when I'm not live. and just seeing the chaos that has happened because pretty much the slogan for any time I play a Fallout game at this point, could be other games, is here's my plan, and now the plan is everything but what I said I would do. And some people have been vibing, some people have not been vibing. Some people come in and ask some questions about mods that I'm using, and then we'll have a discussion about the mod community because I do watch things like Juicehead, and other Fallout creators. Um, Maybe I'll do Fallout 4 at some point, but right now I still get the anxiety. I still get the hives right before the stream. And I can't take anything currently right now that wouldn't make me drowsy to stream unless unless itchy. Um, but thankfully, hives has been the least threatening thing in my life when it comes to diseases. At some point, if I feel comfortable, I will talk about all the diagnoses that I've ever had in my life. Um, some some things have gotten better, very much the rougher things, and other things. So here's some little bit of tidbits of content that could be coming out. Maybe, most likely not. Don't hold me to this. Maybe I can do a highlight run, or maybe I'll just go on Fiverr and pay someone to go watch through all my streams and make a highlight clips. So if you're watching this video and you're down to just make a highlight run, a couple highlight runs of me messing up, not switching to the gameplay, not turning on the audio for the gameplay, um, me not talking for a while. Just so many different things. Like, if you're interested, definitely put in the comments. I'm not going to edit this. I want this to be fully transparent because, again, this is a project. Not not like, oh, I'm going to make a project of the greatest YouTube channel ever. No, this is a project of self-growth. If you have been a part of the 500 people that subscribed to me because of my variety channel back when I was called Dark Paladin Media or Provision Shift or anything of the sort, this is totally different. So a lot of people would have gotten saying, "Who is this dude?" So anyone that has watched my content would have been jarring. So I just want to say thank you. This is the best possible outcome that I could have had because I've had a zero viewer stream for about 6 hours, and then one or two people will hop off and not even say hi or anything like that. And then maybe even just some people that could be a regular just don't have the time or X reason that I can't even know because I don't know your personal life. You don't know my personal life, and so what I can say is this has been. I was very scared to talk about this. One of my things I said I wanted to be able to learn how to put myself out there and make myself vulnerable. And I will say this: on Father's Day, I messaged my half brother. I know that's weird, but I messaged my half brother, and it came out pretty good. I don't message him often. I mentioned this during the stream that I wanted the confidence to be able to play a multiplayer game with him. And so this was one of those steps of just having an open room that people can walk in and walk out. And that's pretty much what it's been. And some people have stayed, and I'm very thankful. And I feel honored that you have spent your time with me. Even when I had nothing to say, if I looked dead inside, whether I was actually happy on the inside or actually truly just so didn't realize what time was going on, like how much time had passed before I made a commentary. So I appreciate every single one of you. Red Goth and Mr. Never Died, thank you so much for helping me start and be like, at least I can count on them to just say hi. So you made it easier to click, and it helped me learn and grow to have my own confidence to click that live stream button. Start. Let's see where we go from the future. Maybe I'll have a compilation reel at some point, but I'm not gonna be playing that game that I teased earlier. Fallout is gonna be taking a bit of a break, 1 to 2 weeks maybe. Um, but yes, Tale of Two Wastelands is done. Cry of Fear is still on the table. I just really need to make sure I set a specific date for that. I have not touched it at all. So Mr. Never Died, we're still at the same part where we are currently on chapter 2, I believe. It's only an 8-hour game, so we'll set something up at some point where I know that you'll be there. But pretty much, Mass Effect, Cry of Fear, maybe a FNAF stream just to joke around, just chatting. May if I'll do reaction content if you guys want it. But overall, personally, I thought I was gonna be more scared to make this video. It was probably the anxiety meds I take that made this a little bit better. But overall, thank you. Dislike if you don't like if you didn't like this video. Like it if you do. Comment it in any way. You could do one of those. You could do 0 of those. I'm not gonna be Matt Pat saying ask one thing or the other person saying ask as many things as possible. Look, I'm just some guy on YouTube. You're on the other end of the screen. Once this goes live, I can't control what you do. Well, all I can do is stay motivated on my side, hope that I learn and grow, and I hope that you'll be there along the ride. So I will see you when I see you. Be safe. I'll see you later.